Dad was involved from the very beginning, or essentially the very beginning, and it was always part of my life from the time I was about 15, I think. It was not a big part of my life necessarily, but a very important space to me at the same time. Involved, and then I moved back from overseas actually in 2015 and did the PTC course here then.
Okay.
And so that increased some ties, but it's always felt just as a part of me, I guess. It's always just been home and a very family, it's a big part of my family, I suppose. The story I was thinking of was about our dog Chester, who, so he was born in 1992, just this little half fox terrier, half Shih Tzu dog, and Dad used to bring him down every day. So for most of, so from the time he was 3 or 4, every time Dad came down, he'd bring the dog down as well, and he'd just run free and explore the place, and everyone knew Chester. He came down here and he'd catch rats, and every time someone turned over a piece of corrugated iron or something, it was a messier sight back then, which I'm sure some people now wouldn't be surprised to hear about. But
so he was a good ratter.
He was a good ratter. He was absolutely a fox terrier who would get in there and chase them and catch them occasionally. And the other thing I remember was our yard wasn't that well dog-proofed. He could escape every now and again. And any time he escaped, he'd make his way all the way down here from home, which is probably a kilometre nearly, and a few roads to cross. But he'd always find his way down here, and if Dad didn't take him for whatever reason, he'd get very jealous, I think, and
It was
sneak
his
down.
rightful place.
Yeah. I think this is just as much a home for him as our home. Yep. Yeah. Everyone knew him. I think there were a couple of times that he had a go at small children. He struggled with them in his later years. It was, someone did a cartoon of Chester and 3 chickens on it, a sign of how loved he was by people.